Have you ever paused to wonder where everything in existence, literally every single thing we see, originally came from? It all kicked off at the absolute beginning of time, exploding outward from a single point into a massive, rapidly expanding void. Within a fraction of a second, the newborn universe unlocked its core rules, launching the invisible forces of gravity, raw energy, and powerful magnetism. Almost immediately, the cosmos experienced a massive growth spurt, going from microscopic subatomic dots to unimaginably huge scales in the blink of an eye. And out of that intense, swirling chaos, the very first building blocks of physical matter finally spawned into existence: quarks and electrons. But a catastrophic war was quietly brewing in the darkness, as normal matter ran straight into its deadly, mirrored rival, antimatter. The absolute second they collided, they triggered a violent explosion that completely annihilated both sides in a flash of pure energy. Against all possible odds, a tiny bit of normal matter survived the brutal blast, bonding together to form the very first stable protons and neutrons. Even with those new particles, the early universe was still a remarkably lonely, dark, and empty place for a very long time. That is, until a tiny, brilliant spark flickered to life in the vacuum, changing the landscape of the cosmos forever. Next, the universe began mixing together its first two foundational ingredients, creating vast amounts of basic hydrogen and helium. Massive glowing clouds of these simple gases began to spread out and drift across the empty cosmic void. Of course, this incredible process didn't just happen overnight. It took a vast amount of time to properly set the stage for what was coming. That is precisely when gravity stepped into the timeline like an unstoppable monster, pulling all that loose gas into its crushing grip. But immediately following that chaotic pull, the entire universe plunged right back into a long, quiet, and pitch-black era known as the Dark Age. Hidden away in that deep darkness, the cosmos was quietly figuring out its next major evolutionary move. Time suddenly fast-forwarded through millions of empty years in what felt like the mere blink of a cosmic eye. And then, out of nowhere, the grand architectural blueprint for the very first spinning, swirling galaxies finally began to take shape. We had officially hit a massive cosmic milestone, one that was literally billions of years in the making. But wait, even at this advanced stage of the universe's timeline, our home planet Earth did not even exist yet. So, how exactly did we manage to get all the way from a chaotic, empty void to a beautiful planet where we can actually live? Well, the grand journey of humanity and everything we know today starts right here inside this massive crowd. And from this very moment on, our collective story is officially headed straight for the bright future waiting out among the stars. But the next exciting chapter of this massive cosmic adventure is honestly just getting started. Make sure you hit that follow button right now so you don't miss out on part 2. To be continued.